research, innovation, enterprise is actually core to our economic strategy. The way to make it work is really through having a core of committed and capable talent to drive it. So in the last 10 years, A-Star actually has given over 1,000 Singaporeans these opportunities for them to pursue the best research education in the world. About a quarter of them has since returned and have started the initial stage of their research career in Singapore. And even in these early days, some of them have already made their mark, winning international awards and having their publications in the highest impact journal in the world. With this sustained effort, we will certainly help Singapore achieve its sustainable and quality growth. And in the process, we will create in Singapore a world-class research hub and make Singapore Asia's innovation capital.
All along, I've also been interested in being a scientist and doing research. So when I got the A-Star scholarship and they gave us the opportunity to study the PhD, I was actually quite excited about it. And what I'm doing right now is actually very closely related to what I studied. I'm working at the Singapore Immunology Network as a research fellow, and I'm looking at how the immune environment around cancer cells can help to control the spread of cancer in the body. I find it very meaningful because what I'm studying will eventually at some point help to lead to better treatments for cancer. It's been a very exciting journey. I've met a lot of friends, learned a lot of new things, been able to travel a lot. No regrets doing this, and I would do it again if I was given the chance to.
The first thing I worked on during my PhD was to make single photon detectors. The single photon detector project went very well. In collaboration with scientists from Lincoln Lab and my group mates, together we built a device useful enough that NASA is now planning to use such a detector in their future lunar program. A-Star came in a point of my life where I was trying to decide between working right after graduation or doing my PhD, and the opportunities offered by A-Star encouraged me to pursue my dreams and allowed me to get a very good education at MIT. I'm doing what I enjoy. I wake up every day with a smile on my face, thinking, let's go to the lab and let's make a difference.
I research on more efficient process to produce biological drugs. So after my PhD, I did an industrial secondment to Roche. So during my PhD years, I did a lot of volunteer work around the region. So after 2 years of postdoc work, I decided to see if I can combine my training in the life sciences and healthcare with global development work. At Clinton Health Access Initiative, I was part of a team that engages pharmaceutical and biotech companies to look for ways to optimize and lower the cost of drugs and diagnostic for third world countries. I think in the foreseeable future, I would like to continue to see myself involved in biotech and healthcare industry, and if possible to bridge science and innovation with the needs of people in developing countries.
MEL is the Molecular Engineering Lab. It's a new concept of doing research in Singapore where we gather early career scientists from different disciplines to come together to work on collaborative projects. We are led by an eminent leading scientist, Sydney Brenner. Sydney has been able to lead us to work on his new ideas, and he has also given us enough space to explore some of the ideas that we have.
Obviously, to be an expert in all these fields would be quite impossible, and so this type of project is only possible in a lab like MEL, where we have a synthetic chemist in Nina, as well as I would work on the molecular biology and some of the computation aspect, and then we have support from other people like Ichi, who is actually doing more of the biological work that we can actually ask the questions or answer the questions that he has.
So what we do is we actually have a lot of regular lab meetings where we bounce ideas off each other. The whole idea is we try it out really fast and then discard it really fast if it doesn't work. If it develops further, then we carry on with it and develop the idea further. Our main purpose here is to develop new technologies, to develop new ideas. We plan to achieve is actually to spin off company or to develop technology where it can be patented or commercialized.
Being able to discuss research with colleagues from different fields has been enlightening, and that makes coming to lab fun.
I'm quite happy that we're able to do and explore, but it also comes with a bit of a pressure or responsibility that they have placed their faith in the younger scientists and letting us run the show in a sense.
I always strongly believe that you should hand the reins to young people. If you look at all the great things that have been done in science and technology, it is the product of very small groups. I think we can make a new pathway for science in Singapore.
And one of the things that the scholars particularly bring, because of their breadth of education in Singapore and overseas, is that they do tend to have quite a global perspective. They usually understand that it's for some reason that really is going to contribute to economic development, contribute to society. To be a research leader requires you to understand a very broad range of issues and the context of the research and the environment that it's in.
We absolutely need a pipeline for leadership, and no nation can run a science program without leadership from within. My hope is, not just hope, I'm confident that 10 to 15 years from now, these scholars will take over my job. Well, 10 years ago, I think all the scholars were real true pioneers because they couldn't predict what was going to happen.
I have always wanted to get the A-star scholarship. It means everything to me.
I feel honoured to be given this chance to make a difference to further scientific knowledge.
There are going to be so many new things that I'm going to learn and so many new people that I'll meet, different ideas that I'll come across.
I'm pretty excited where this scholarship is going to take me.
This is very one chance that I actually can go overseas to study what I like, and I can pursue my own interests.
I really can't wait to finish my national service and just go there and study.
I feel like it will give back to the community because it will make pharmaceuticals more affordable for the majority of the people.
I hope that I can make my contribution to Singapore's economy and also the society's benefit.
So I believe very much that what has been done here over the last 10 years has been really important, given many Singaporean young people the chance to discover for themselves careers in science, in research. But the job is not finished. We really have to now look at these people as the source of the future. To commemorate the anniversary now, 10th anniversary, it's really great. But let's look forward to the next 10 years, because the work isn't completed yet. It has to be continued.